nothing better than going to the seaside. Oh, hello boys and girls. Welcome to today's fun time with Abby. Today we're going to go to the seaside. Has anybody been to the seaside before? Did you make a sandcastle? Well, today I'm going to teach you how to make your own beach in your own house, so you don't have to travel all the way to the beach. We're going to make some sand and some cupcake ice creams. Doesn't that sound exciting? Well, come on then, let's go make some stuff. To make your own cupcake ice creams, you're going to need some flat bottom ice cream cones. Make sure they're flat bottom ones because the pointy ones won't stand up properly. 2 eggs, 300 grams of sugar, 300 grams of butter and 300 grams of flour, a big mixing bowl and a wooden spoon. To start with, you need an adult's help and we're going to turn on the oven. It needs to be to 200 degrees on a fan oven. Let's get going. Step number 1. You're going to take your big bowl and your wooden spoon and you're going to pour in your sugar and your butter. Make sure you get every little bit out. We don't want anything going missing. And then mix them around, mix until they're all creamy together, just like mine here. For the next step, take your 2 eggs and crack them in. Make sure to wash your hands after cracking the eggs. Be careful not to get any shell in there. Once they're both in, you're going to mix it round super quick like I'm doing here. Then we're going to take our flour and plop it in. Now, can you guess what we're doing next? We're going to mix it round again. And that's your bun mixture complete. Get a baking tray. This is what we're going to stand the ice cream cones in. And now, what we need to do is fill the ice cream cones. So we're going to get a big tablespoon and a little teaspoon. Copy it after me. Take a big spoon with your tablespoon and gently scoop it in with the teaspoon, just like I'm doing here. You should have enough to put 2 blobs in each cone. And then it's ready to be put on the baking tray. Here's me doing all my cones super duper fast. Make sure each of your cones are spaced out, just like I'm sorting here, because otherwise the cake mixture might spill out onto the other cones. Once you've filled the right amount of cones, take the last bits and fill up the ones that look a bit empty. The final step before we put them in the oven is taking your spoon and flattening the tops of the ice creams. As you can see, they're all a bit messy, so I'm going to go around and flatten them all. Perfect! Now they're ready for the oven. For this step, ask an adult for help because the oven is hot and can be very dangerous. See you later, buns. See you in about 20 minutes. Now you've probably made such a mess whilst baking, so it's time to clean up. Scrub all those dishes and wipe down those tops. To make the icing for your wonderful cupcakes, what you're going to need is a big bowl and a big spoon again. Then you're going to need 150 grams of icing sugar and 75 grams of butter. some sprinkles, and food colouring. That's optional. I'm making mine blue because my favourite ice cream is bubble gum. Take your big bowl and your big spoon, tip in your icing sugar and tip in your butter. Make sure that there's none left behind like last time. Mix them together until they're light and creamy. Ta-da! Just like this. Then, to add the colour, you just add a splash of food colouring. This is optional, like I said. You can just add vanilla cones if you wish. Perfect. Once your cupcakes are ready, you bring them out of the oven to cool, and your icing sugar should be ready. And then you can decorate. And most importantly, it's time to eat them. Look at mine. It's dripping. Catch the drips quick. Nice and tasty. That's a big thumbs up from me. To make your own sand at home, you will need 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of corn flour and some oil. You will also need a box to keep your sand safe for a couple of days so you can play with it and put it away. The first step is to take your cup of corn flour and pour it in the box. All of it out. Make sure to scrape all the bits out at the bottom. Next step, take your brown sugar and plop it on top, just like I'm doing here. Take a little spoon and mix it round until it's all mixed in. You can even get your hands in there if needs be. Once all the flour and brown sugar is mixed in together, take your teaspoon and add in 5 teaspoons of oil into your floury mixture. And then mix it in. You can keep adding oil until you get the correct consistency that you would like. As you can see, I'm adding a bit more oil here until it's perfect. Tip your sand out onto your playing area and it's ready to play with. Look at those sandcastles. Then once you've finished playing, simply scoop it back into the box, ready for another day. Now I've got a song for you boys and girls, come on, join in, I'm sure you know this one. It's a bit of a tongue twister though. So what are we waiting for? Come on then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Oh, I do like to stroll along the prom, where the brass band plays tiddly-om-bom-bom. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. When I'm beside the sea, I'm beside myself with glee, beside the seaside, beside the sea.